This game didn't feel just like a bad night. It felt like one of those games where there's questions to be asked. Is this team good enough? The energy wasn't there. The execution wasn't there. We're halfway through the season at this point of the year, and you want to see progress. You want to see a direction. Instead, this was the kind of performance that makes you pause and wonder what this group really is. Welcome back to Inside the Arc. I'm Matthew Geller, and today the Knicks are coming off a rough one, a 126-111 loss to the Detroit Pistons. And this game didn't feel just like a bad night. It felt like one of those games where there's questions to be asked. Is this team good enough? The energy wasn't there. The execution wasn't there. And for long stretches, this team looked like it had no plan on offense, just passing the ball around, going east to west and not going north to south. It just looked like this team hasn't figured itself out. We're halfway through the season at this point of the year, and you want to see progress. You want to see a direction. Instead, this was the kind of performance that makes you pause and wonder what this group really is. That said, I'm not going to here say the season's over, they have no chance. I'm never going to say that here until the season's over. There's still time to respond, still time to turn things around, and that's what we're going to talk about through today. Where things stand, what's going wrong, and whether there's still a path forward from here. Let's get into it. The Knicks would start this game up 9-2, having a great start, forcing the Pistons to use an early timeout. Where was this for the rest of the game? Where is the consistency? It's a joke, the fact that you have zero consistency day in and day out. You go 8-2 in a 10-game stretch. Before that, you were on a 2-9 stretch. I don't want to hear it. Be consistent. Brunson, 6 turnovers. Karl-Anthony Towns. What was that first half? OGN Anunoby, let me get to you. You were the worst player on the floor today. When you were guarding Cade Cunningham, you might as well already give them the 2 points. He was awful. And then from 3, he was also awful. He was awful out there. Why is he playing? He's so injured. It would be better to not play him than play with an injured OG. Mike Brown, Diawara, and Sohan, and Mitchell Robinson. Those 3 names. They all deserve more playing time. I've had enough, and Mikal Bridges. I've had enough of OGN Anunoby, Jose Alvarado being wildly inconsistent, makes a great play, but then could do something stupid. So frustrating. Diawara on Cade Cunningham did really good last night. The stats aren't going to show it, but Diawara is one of the best defenders on this team. Same with Shamit. You got to trust these players. Now, Cade Cunningham is a great player, 42 points, almost a triple-double. Great performance. Give flowers where flowers are due. But there will be a lot of great players on every team when it comes to the postseason. That's why they make the playoffs. How do you expect to guard any of them if you can't guard one of them? Is this going to happen the entire postseason? You let superstars just get 40 points at will? It's an embarrassment. Can we trust this team to play good enough at defense? Now, I don't want to be a complainer. These refs were terrible. The first half, the Pistons were playing like street ball as if nothing was a foul. Call the foul. And then you want to call everything a bit in the third and fourth quarter? You know what that shows? Inconsistency. Wake up. Either call the game tight or don't. Be consistent. The reason I want Mike Brown to change these subs. Jeremy Sohan, he had 1 minute in the first half. 1. You're telling me OGN Anunoby was better yesterday? Are you telling me? Josh Hart? He played well. Alvarado? 0 for 5 from 3. You're telling me those 2 guys deserve more playing time than Sohan? They didn't. The amount of times you would play good defense for 20 seconds on the 24, and then you allow a pass, and then they score at the very end of the shot clock. Jalen Brunson, I think people against you when they're shooting probably went 90% from the field. 90. Yesterday was another embarrassment. It looks like you can't compete with the best of the best. And you look like you're frauds. You lost to the Pistons 3 times in blowouts. They didn't have Jalen Duran or Isaiah Stewart. You look like frauds. They can't beat the top tier opponents. Now, one thing I'm going to say. It shows a bit of positivity today. Last year, of course, you guys remember we beat the Boston Celtics in 6 games. The Knicks were 0-4 versus the Boston Celtics. 0-4. Knicks, when they beat the Pistons, they were 1-3. But the Knicks, when they lost the playoff series, they actually beat the Pacers in the season series 2-1. Season series isn't everything. I hope this team knows. I hope that everyone knows. Stephen A. Smith, I hope you know. Fake fan. Now, this team has to look ahead to the... And the Houston Rockets are coming to town. Houston Rockets have Kevin Durant and Alperen Sengun. Houston Rockets, me and Sam Sheridan's podcast comes out at the end of on Monday, they in my opinion can make the finals. They are that talented. Their record doesn't show that, but they're talented. They're not a good road team, 16-13, but the Knicks aren't a good team. I mean, OG's not in the injury report. He should be. We score more points than them. We allow more points because all we do is be cones on defense. They rank better in every statistical defensive category because this defense is an utter joke. Wake up. Beat the Rockets. I know it's a tough game. They're coming off a win against the Hornets, who are actually much better than the record shows, the Charlotte Hornets. I give props to that win. Get the win. Get the win. Then you have a back-to-back with the Bulls. But just get a win. Now, for Inside the Arc, I'm probably not going to stay up for this Rockets game. It's at 1:30 a.m. for me. Probably going to watch it in the morning as the Knicks play at 8:30 Eastern Time on ABC. Knicks Rockets Saturday. They got to get it done. Let's go Knicks. Thank you for watching Inside the Arc. I'm Matthew Geller.